Okay, I think I am live, but I'm delayed again. So I'm going to, I should be live on YouTube and Facebook. And I know there's a delay, and I'm so sorry. This is going to annoy the bejesus out of me. I don't know how to make it not. How do I stop that? Apparent. Oh, what did I do? I just flipped it. What did I do? I don't know what I just did. I flipped it. Can I flip it back? Now I have a full screen. You guys just bear with me while I figure out what the hell I just did. Sus. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess we'll make it work. So just don't look at me because I look like I've been dubbed over. How is everybody? So I have a couple of fun things. I don't think I need these. Can you hear me okay without my headset? Hi, Shakti Sirius. Welcome to all the new people. It's nice to have you. I don't know how to stop my voice from not catching up with my lip movement. Okay, everybody can hear me. How is everybody? We have several new people this evening. Yay! Okay, well, this is a good night for that. Oh, I can see people are thumbs upping it. Like it, like, please. The more you like, the more feedback. Keep that going. That helps me a lot, believe it or not. Helps my distribution. So, I want to play some games tonight. Has anybody in here ever played psychic games? Sudbury, Ontario. Is that, Lori, is that up north? Is it cold? Is it cold up there? I am well. I am well. Thank you guys for asking. I have had a wonderful day. I got to have lunch with dear friends today, and we laughed. Our quick lunch was several hours. I think 3 or 4. It was just lovely. It was just lovely. Much needed. Much needed. Just to get out and giggle and have girl time. It is 2:22. 2:22. That's a lot of twos. So that would be a one day if you're into numerology. Hi, Sue. I guess I should have been saying hi all along. I am sorry. So for everybody I haven't said hi to, I hope you're having a great day. Manitoba, -49. No, thank you. My daughter was in Alaska for oh heavens, 10 years, 11 years, I think. Was that one. Anyway, they would get like 40, 50. No, 40, 50. I should finish that. 40 to 50 below. No, that's not even fun. Hi, Jenny. Okay, you guys. So, what I want everybody to do, I'll wait a few more moments here, and then we're going to start playing some fun games. And what this does is it takes ego out. So a lot of you everybody gets their own information. We're all intuitive. We're all psychic to some degree. It's just that we've learned to say, no, that I'm making that up. So I'm going to teach you some ways to know whether or not you're making it up. Okay. I know. This was a last minute idea too. So my guides, I've been asking my guides to assist me to show me what it is we need for today. And that's what they did. Teresa, I was the only one watching on YouTube. Hey, that was one more than I had yesterday watching on YouTube. So one person watching is better than zero. That's my takeaway from that. So yay. I've never done anything with YouTube. I think just a couple hundred followers on there, but I don't do a whole lot with it. So I've been like, okay, I need to start posting videos there. So I thought I might as well just post live there. I believe if you post on my YouTube and while you're watching this live, I should see it here if I understand how this program works. Okay, so I'm going to read some questions here. I've had a really weird enhanced sense of smell today. I will tell you, people's clairs are amping up right now. I can't, the smell of maple syrup, maybe you can't stand it. There's absolutely no syrup in my house. Can't stand the smell of it, question mark. So who was the maple syrup person? Somebody from Canada? Because that's maple syrup that's what I think of. So I would say, who is your maple syrup person who loved it? I would say if they're making you smell it, they loved it a lot. Hi, Cindy. Whenever you're just going about your day, do you a spirit or feeling coming to you when you're not doing a reading for someone? Not a lot, because I usually do a pretty good job of shutting myself down. But I do have moments where I do get strong messages or pieces of information. Unless it's my husband, like his grandparents come through all the time, and oh, your grandma's here, oh, Grandma Dorothy's here, Granddad's here, your grandpa's here. My dad comes in a lot. My dad's there. That's different. But when I'm out and about in public, I don't. I'm like, nope. I got my blank. Nope, that's not my business. And actually, at lunch we were talking about that, because I kind of think it's like a sneak attack when you're out in public and you're getting a message for somebody and you just reach out to them. And sometimes I get the people who have had that happen to them come to me and say, oh my God, I'm scared because they said this and this, or they said my loved one hadn't crossed over and they were so terrified. And so they scare them. And that really frustrates me. We have no business doing this business if we're going to walk around scaring people. So as a medium, it's our responsibility to be responsible with that energy and that information. I didn't change rooms again. It's the same one. It's just that I'm close. You just get to see me up close and personal. You're like, stop, get back. Corey, welcome. Corey's new. I love the maple syrup. So we're going to play some games, Kathy. So keep your questions. Hold on to that for a minute. I'm going to play some games here in a second, and then you can get some answers. Sandy says, when I smell a cigar, I think it's my dad. Trust your gut. If you're smelling it and that's the first thing that pops into your head, hello, Dad. How are you doing? When my mom passed away, I think I tell this story all the time. So for those of you who follow me, sorry. But when my mom passed away and I was an adult, it was back in 2014, I know, good God, I should know that. She would tuck me in at night. I'm like, okay, you really got to stop doing that because it's freaking me the frick out. And I knew who it was, but I still like, no, don't do that. Stop. Okay. We have quite a few new people in here. Roxanne, come. Nick Nita says, if you ever see me in public and have a message, please share. We were talking about that today too. That's really funny. Usually out in public, I don't approach people. If it's somebody that I recognize as a client, I don't approach them. And the reason that I don't approach you is because I can tend to make people uncomfortable or nervous because sometimes people think I know everything about them. And sometimes they don't want people to know that they have connected with a psychic or a medium. They may not want their family to know. So if I see you in public, there's a good chance I'm not going to come over and say hi, unless we've also developed a friendship. That's a different story. If you're my friend, then I would like, hey, if I know your family, I will accost you in public. But other than that, I usually don't, just because I don't want to make people uncomfortable. I have had people see me turn. Okay. I showered. I showered. It's all good. Okay. And Nana says yesterday I had a bag moving on my table with no one else around. Is one of my parents trying to tell me something that I am overlooking? Nana, hold on to that question because I am going to give you an opportunity to ask that here in a second. Rochelle, I would. If I was getting a message for you, you damn straight. Rochelle. I did do it with somebody else, another client today. But anyway, I did reach out to her because something was coming up for her. So for those of you, some of you have psychic questions, some of you have mediumistic questions. Does anybody know the difference? Does anybody not know the difference between psychic and medium? Hi, Michael. Hi, Annie. Every house we lived in has had spirits. Oh, so tenants. It's had tenants, additional tenants. Roxanne, I'm just starting to work with mediums. Very exciting. Oh, welcome. I will tell you, once you start working with a medium, it will open you up to experiences. Okay, so the difference between a psychic and a medium: psychics connect with your energy. Psychic means soul. So when somebody tells you they're a psychic, what they're telling you is they have the ability to connect with your story to get information specifically for you on your journey. Okay. When somebody tells you they're a medium, they're telling you they have the ability to talk to those in spirit so that they can give you information from your loved ones. Okay. So if somebody tells you they're a medium, they're also psychic. All mediums are psychic. Not all psychics are mediums. So basically, if they say that they're a medium, they're saying they're a psychic medium. Okay. Oh, snap. I'm almost out of tissues. And my nose. My nose is running. Okay. Oh, okay, you guys. This is it. Let's ask questions. So this is what I want you to do. If you don't have a piece of paper, or if you have friends that you want to see this part, to play this part, tag them now. I'll give you a couple minutes. Tag them now. Why then, if I'm a medium and sensitive, why can I not connect with my mother properly? Probably because you want it so bad. So that was for Corey O'Connell. She's saying she's a medium, but she cannot connect with her mother. Well, not all mediums connect with everybody in spirit. I'm just going to throw that shit right out there. It's just like when you go to work, there's going to be some people you really connect with, especially like maybe you work maybe you're a waitress and some of your customers, you're like, you have the best customers ever. Another customer's like, ugh. We're all different. We're all wired differently. When I first started to develop and this started happening to me, I thought I can connect with anybody, but not everybody comes through. I have had clients, I have done readings where they did not have the connection that they wanted. I can't guarantee that. I don't know any medium that actually can or would. I bring through who comes through. Now, I do a thing where if the person you're hoping to connect with doesn't come through, I will ask for a name and say, give me their name and I'll see if I can connect with them and maybe we can make that connection that way. And that works a good part of the time, but there's still times that I don't get those connections that people want. Okay. And that does break my heart because that's my job. Okay. I believe in my heart that's my job, is to make those connections for people. But I also know that the people who come forward are the people who need to give the message. And that is their spirit's job, is to know who and where the messages go. I don't direct it. I don't control it. My job is to get my butt out of the way. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to scroll up. I think I missed some. Okay, so Corey, I hope that answered your question. I got on my soapbox a little bit. Sorry about that. Tanya wrote, holla. That made me giggle. Hi, Miranda. Right. Everybody who has a question right now, write it down on a piece of paper. If you don't have a piece of paper, get your butt up, go grab some, get right back in here. Just so you can remember. Because I am going to give you, I'm going to give you an opportunity to every single person at the same time. I guess you don't have to write it down, but know what you want to ask. Yeah, Corey, so she's saying it's just her mother. I don't think I'm doing it properly. You just shift. You just shift, okay? When she's ready to come through, I don't know, maybe if she hasn't passed very long, maybe she hasn't had her life review, maybe she's having her life review, maybe she's working through healing. If you had a really strong connection with her, she may not step forward right away. It took my dad years to come to me. We didn't have a strong connection, so it was the opposite. But I work with him a lot now. But in the beginning, I would say probably maybe more than 10 years before I connected with him. My grandpa passed, and it was about the same. It was probably 20 years before I was able to connect with my grandpa. I'm like, what the shit? Are you kidding? So don't beat yourself up. Ask your mom to come in your dreams. Open that window for her. What is an animal intuitive? When I first started to connect with animals, or when I first started opening up as a medium, how did I know? I didn't. I put myself in therapy. It scared the shit out of me. I thought I was losing my mind. Traumatized me for a long time. So like I said, spent a couple of years in therapy with an EMDR therapist. And then once I kind of started to be less afraid of looking within is when I started to understand what was happening. It wasn't an overnight success. It was years and years of trying to understand what was happening, of being scared, of going through pretty deep depression. Had a lot of pretty crazy traumatic stuff happen. Anxiety. I was in and out of the doctor's office weekly, not even kidding. Just had a whole bunch of stuff happening, and that was my awakening. And then, of course, once I realized what it was, I was like, dive in the deep end. I'm going in. And I dove in, and here I am. So I call it, I really think of it more as abilities than I do as gifts. And I started to answer what the animal intuitive is. I'm sorry, I went down a different road. Squirrel. So a lot of people call themselves communicators. And what I've noticed with myself when I'm picking up information from animals, sometimes I feel like it's a conversation back and forth, but also sometimes I feel like it's more intuition on what they're saying. And I hope that makes sense. Do I feel like I can give them information too? Yes, absolutely, I do. Yeah. But it's just how I chose to label myself. Okay. All right, you guys, are you about ready? I'm just scrolling through to see. Oh, lots of people are asking about loved ones. Okay, well, let's do this. Get your questions. What I want you to do is ask it in a form of yes or no. Yes or no only for this first one. Okay, so whatever question you have, if it says my mom with me, is my dad with me, am I going to get the new job? Am I going to quit my job? Whatever you want to ask, yes or no, only yes or no can be the answer for that. All right. All right, you guys, are you ready? Only yes or no questions. Are you ready? Drum roll. I wish I had, oh, I have my Dorje belts over there. All right, it's okay. So you are not going to know what's in which hand. I want you to say right or left. Before you answer, quickly, I want you to look at the hand. I want you to ask your question, and then I want you to tell me which hand you're drawn in or drawn to, or you can simply just write it down on your piece of paper or just know. Ask your question, look at my hand, which one are you drawn to? Ask your question, look at my hand, which one are you drawn to? And I'm just repeating that because more people are coming in right now. So ask your question, look at my hand, which one are you drawn to? Okay. I'm going to just give it just another second. Look at my hands. Which one are you drawn to? And this is something that you can do anytime you want. Anytime you don't know, you're not trusting yourself, write your answers down, scramble it up, and then pick it up with your hand. And if you're doing this by yourself, you wouldn't do both hands. You would just pick one up. I would use your right hand. It's your receiving hand. All right. So we'll go with the right hand first. Is everybody ready? Is anybody not ready? This is my right. This is my left. This is my right. This is my left. One more time. This is my right. This is my left. All right. For those who chose my right hand, no. Right hand. For those who chose my left hand, that's the obvious. Yes. For the person who asked if eagles were a sign, Lisa Baril, are eagles a sign from your husband? I'm hearing your guides. That is a sign from your guides. And they just dove down and they said, this is about diving deep for you. And obviously eagles are about soaring to new heights as well, but that's your guides. How do you guys feel about that? I see some, oh shit, damn. Well, that's not good. Ooh. Anything else? Now I want to dig into the oh shits. Here, okay. So here's another thing we can do. We can, this time I want you to, what is my special power? Like, are you flying? Are you flying around the house? I know, I'm a shit sometimes. I'm just picking on you. Your ability. So do you work with your clairs? Do you know what clairs are? Clairsentience, clairgoustians, clairtangency, clairaliens, clairs. Let's see if I have my cheat sheet here so I can pop that up for you. Smelling, sensing, seeing, tasting, knowing, feeling. Those are our clairs. Your hand said no. My hand said no. That's awesome. Switch to right, amen. I'm a Claire, Shelley. You're not a Claire, you have Claires. You silly. All right, let me see if I can find my cheat sheet. So we have clairsenses, clairvoyance, clairvision, clairaudience. That's my strongest clairaudience, clairhearing. Clairsentience is sensing or feeling. Clairscent is clairsmelling. Clairtangency is clairtouch. That's also known as psychometry, where you can hold an object. Okay. Clairgustance is tasting. Not my favorite. Not my favorite clair at all. In fact, usually I'm, don't make me taste it. Don't make me taste it. Clairempathy is clair emotion. Clairs. Your hand said I can quit my job. No, your gut said it because you pulled yourself to. I did not. I was looking at left, but said right. Yeah. So this is my left. This is my right. So whichever. Okay. All right. So what did you guys think? Was that fun or no? Do you want to ask another question using the same, or shall we move on? Replicating numbers, those are angel numbers. If you're seeing the same ones over and over and over, I would say that's going to be like a download. So look up what those numbers mean and then tell your angels and your guides, thank you. I received this download. It's kind of like a transmission. It's like receiving an upgrade, like getting your oil changed, but it's easier and cheaper. For Darlene, I hear Darlene I'm sorry, sweetie, I'm so horrible with names. Salamanca. I hear yes. And then he pulls me to the left shoulder. He pulls me to April and the number April and then four. So that four is April, fourth month. Another question. Okay, the same one. All right, so Val JS. This one I got to touch on because this one I know so well. She's saying that she keeps seeing 555. And I don't know, should I congratulate you or say, buckle up, hun? Buckle up, buttercup. Shit's getting real. I know. So fives are about lots of changes coming in. It could be that you need to make some serious changes in your life or that big changes are coming up for you. Sometimes we get scared when we do that, but honestly, don't get scared. It's an amazing thing because that means you're not staying stagnant, and we don't want to stay stagnant. Trust me on that. All right. So another yes or no. Was that pretty much a yes on the yes or no? Or another different kind of question? Because what I also wrote down is that we can do a question like, shall I continue on my own, or is what I'm going through require multiple people? You want to do that question? Yeah. And the 666, a lot of people see that and it scares them. They think it's demonic. It's not. It's not. It's an angel number. Good for you, Val. I'm ready for change. Woohoo! Positive change. All right. Darlene, I hear yes for you. Was he kind of a grandpa's grandpa? I mean, I know that sounds silly. This is for Darlene. I'm going to see if I can. Where'd she go? Where'd you go? She's asking, did he know? And I hear in my head, yes. But I also see an older gentleman who presents like, so I wouldn't say he looked younger. As a grandparent, he definitely showed me age. Does that make any sense for you? Myra says five comes to rock our world. Yes, it does. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, sweetheart. Sending much love to you. That's okay. Which do you know if he was ever asked this while he was still alive? Because I hear in my head, ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. Or ask me questions. I'm sorry. Ask me questions. I just got like a thump for that. Ask me questions. I'll tell you no lies. I'll ask me questions. I'll tell you no lies. Kathy, yes, but you have to search that out. You have to bring it to you. Kathy Kerfman. Miranda, I hear no. Jennifer Peralt want to get me a Monster and pack cigarettes for tomorrow. Then after that, I get paid. Hi, Craig. All right, you guys, there's more questions coming through. Get your questions, yes or no. We'll do it again. And then we'll go to, all right, everybody who's asking a question. Everybody, ready, set, left hand. I got age spots. Right hand. Here, left hand. They look much worse on camera. I'm going to put makeup on my right hand, left hand. Ask your question and then focus. Left hand, right hand. Ask your team, which hand are you drawn to? Left, right, left, right. I should have some weights. That would be great exercise. Left. Just think age spots, left. Right. Ask your question, pick a hand. All right, are you ready? For the right hand this time, oh, I think this was the same. No. Oh, did I say left? That's my right hand. Right hand, no. If you chose right hand, no. Left hand, yes. Okay. Left hand, no. Right hand, yes. C. How did that feel? Any better? Angie, I hear yes for you. Which is perfect because that was my right. No, that was my left hand. Okay. Rochelle, happier this time. Myra's, oh man. Sandy's, oh, did you even change the papers? You saw me. You saw me. No, same paper, yes or no. I folded them up and I put them on my desk and I wrapped them with my hands. I guess you can't see my hands. No, I kept them in the same. I'm feeling spicy. Oh, good God, Candace. I wouldn't answer that question for you, sweetheart. You keep having dreams of relatives. Well, they're probably coming to say they love you and to let you know that you're okay. So ask them, ask your guides to help you with that, to lift you up out of that. Michelle's, oh shit. Give me hope. Please give me hope. Thanks, Christina. Again, I'm a little spicy. You want to do that again? Okay. And I'm not telling you what hand the yes or the no is in. So they're on my desk. Let me clear the energy. Okay. You're not going by what hand you think it is. You're going by what hand you're drawn to. Ask your question and then pick left or right. Just ask your question and then pick left or right. This is my left hand. This is my right hand. So right, left, right, right, left. Yes or no. Ask your question and then choose what hand are you drawn to. Again, this is my right hand. And if that's confusing, close your eyes. Close your eyes and just ask your guides, right or left. Right or left. You can just ask them. Ask your question, ask your guides to show you, and then ask them which hands you should choose. All right, are you ready? So we'll go with my right hand first. Oh, I think that's the same one. Terry's probably going to choke me. I should say Ruth Ann, sorry. And then this is the left. So if you chose the left hand, yes. So right was no on that, left was yes. Is that better? I do readings, Sandy. I do, yeah. My website is Melissa Henyon, so it's right here. Actually, it's. Can you guys see that on my screen where it says Melissa? Shit, I can't even point to it. Boop. That was fun. Yes, I do reading. I do. I do. I have testimonials of people so you can see what kind of readings I've done and how people felt about the different readings that I've done for them. Ruth Ann's like, I'm going to kick your. I may not look like it, but I can run pretty damn fast. I was in track, 40 some years ago. I'm dating myself, aren't I? Oh, I'm old. All right, so let's do this one. Or I'm going to have two options, and it's going to be a team effort where you're going to ask a question that would say whether or not you need to work with a group or do something with a group, or whether it's time to step out on your own. So I want you to think for a second about the question that might be. Do I need to do this with a group, or is this something that I really need to venture out on my own and do? Thanks, Tanya. Okay. Thanks, Myra. Rochelle, thanks. Dana Bennett, I'll answer that for you. Yes, you have a guide with you. I will tell you, it feels like you also have Archangel Raphael. If you don't know who that is, look him up. Okay, masculine energy. Right now, he's really presenting in yellow, so that's with solar plexus chakra. So that's your power center, your energy, your vitality. Um, if you're kind of feeling drained, you might connect with the solar plexus. Sandy, I send my condolences for your deep loss. I am so sorry for your loss, and I hate saying those words together. Gosh darn it. I send my deepest condolences. Please know. And I just ask everybody to send prayers and healing thoughts to you. Brenda's like, I do not like some of those answers. But it is, and it's something you can do at home whenever you're just like, I don't know what to do with this. You can just write something down and then choose. Okay. We're also going to play another one. Let's do the team effort or the on your own. Okay. So I want you to ask if this is something you should do. Picture whatever question that is in your mind's eye. Should you do it by yourself? Should you do this with somebody else? And then you're going to look at my hands and ask your guides, is this the time? And then ask for right or left. And instead of worrying about what my hands say, just think right or left. Your guides will know. They know what's here. Promise. Right or left. And while you guys are doing that, I'm just going to answer another question really quick. Miranda's saying she had to tell a person that they were dead in her dream. Death is usually about birth. It's about ending a chapter and a new beginning. I've had many, many dreams about people dying and they don't die. There's usually a birth right after that. So that could be a pregnancy coming into the family, Miranda. Somebody else asked, and I skimmed over it because nothing was coming up. Was it Sandy? Sandy, you were asking about, somebody was asking about a dream. If you could repost that. Aaron, that's a great question. And that's oh shit. Aaron Carey Blackwell, I'm going to tell you, I believe this is more of an archetype, But what I heard was Tarzan. You asked who are my guides. Do I have any? Because I feel very alone. Invite them in, but I hear Tarzan. So to me, think about that energy. What in the heck? I don't really think Tarzan is your guide, but that's an archetype. So what that could be is that energy of, uh, well, that would be like, didn't he communicate with animals as well? He was in the jungle. He was very strong. He was able to take care of himself. So it would be a very strong, passionate energy is what that would feel like to be strong and passionate. Hubba hubba. She got Tarzan. I don't think I've ever said that out loud to anybody. Tarzan's your guide. I don't really think Tarzan's your guide, but I do think it's that energy, that masculine, strong energy. Oh, it was Mary Byrne. Mary Byrne was asking, Mary, tell me what your dream was. Okay, and for those of you still playing along with the Go Out on My Own, the right hand is on your own. Shoot, there. On your own. The left hand, team effort. You guys don't forget to like, love, or share the post too. Okay. Oh, okay. So she's asking masculine energy. Who the heck is that? So a lot of people are under the misassumption. Is that a word? The misunderstanding, or they misunderstand and think that guides are always our ancestors. No, they're not. We have guides and angels that work with us. We can work with some pretty amazing energies. We could work with, for instance, the soul of Marilyn Monroe. What the frick? She's crazy. I am crazy. But we can work with some pretty interesting energies. So, and that doesn't have to be somebody we're connected with. And in fact, in my case, like my main guide, we have a main guide and we have a team, but we have a main guide that stays with us throughout our entire life. My main guide is James, and I was actually married. This is going to be silly for some of you. I was actually married to a main guide in a past life. What? So crazy. I know. When I was shown this, it scared the shit out of me. I felt like I was cheating with my husband. It was like that can't happen. That's no. But it can and it did. And in fact, I was shown through meditation that I was shot in the chest. And the interesting thing is I have a birthmark on my chest that looks like shotgun spatter. I know. So anyway, James wasn't from this lifetime. In fact, I don't believe his soul's name is James, but he introduced himself to me as James because that was his name with me in his past life, in our past life. So that's how I believe that works. So when they give me names like that, now if you have an ascended master or an archangel, so ascended master's Jesus, I'm sure a few of you have heard of him. He is an ascended master. He now helps us. Buddha is an ascended master. Kuan Yin, Mary is an ascended master. There are many. Okay, hold on. I missed some questions here. We also have animal spirit guides and animal totems. So for those, I may be able to pick some up for you tonight, but I highly recommend that you do a guided meditation to meet your guides. I also do classes. I always feel weird when I throw that out. Oh, here, I do a class. But I feel like there's a need for it, and that's why I do classes. I don't charge a lot. I think $25 is what I charged for my last one. They're usually a couple hours long, and then you also get to keep the video, so I'll send it to you. But if you guys are interested, let me know, because I was going to put one together for March. So I take you on a guided meditation to connect with your team of guides and angels. Okay. And we can also do that to meet your animal spirit totem. Okay. Just let me know. Otherwise, there are free ones on the internet. YouTube is your friend. Go to YouTube and type in animal spirit guides. or guided, no, don't type that in, guided meditation to meet my animal spirit guide. Oh, Candace got the cheetah. Oh, that's power right there. So guides can be either feminine or masculine, just like we humans can incarnate male or female. I've been a man before. I know. We incarnate depending on, we choose the sex, I should say, depending on what we need to experience in this lifetime and how we will best address the things we need to experience. Wolf is a pretty amazing one. They're pretty amazing animals. So okay. So I usually do them I usually do them on the weekends because it's easier for people than trying to do an evening one. Would anybody at all be interested of doing it during the week if we chose like a 5 p.m. time? Or does everybody think it would be better to do that on the weekend? Because I'm pretty open. I'm lucky that I get to set my own schedule. So our animal spirit guides, do they change or do they always stay the same? It's just the same as our regular spirit guides are that come for us. Shit, I blah 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 blah. Shit. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to say it so fast so I don't forget what I'm going to say. We have a main totem that does not change. So I have this rhino up here. I can't even right there, that rhino, MDH Psychic, the rhino. That's my animal totem. His name is Belfair. Rhino. I call that my mode of operandi. That's how I operate. I'm very much like the rhino. I know. I thought it was going to be a horse when I first discovered I had totems. But I also work with them. You can see them all behind me over here. All the owls. I work with owls and I also work with wolves. But my main is rhino. Rhino, rhino, rhino. So yes, you can work with many. You can actually even invoke the energy. This will fry your shorts. You can invoke that energy and work through it. So if you need if you need to move quickly like the cheetah, you can ask that energy to work with you on that thing. I know. If this is new to you, give yourself some time to digest it because it's, oh, look at my ears. They're like fried. They're like beet red. It took me years to digest this stuff. So if you're new to this, just give yourself some time, do some research for yourself. Just get on the internet, do some research, connect with some different psychics, different mediums, shaman, spiritual people. Meditate. You can do this yourself. You can meditate and ask your team, and they will help you with that too. Okay. Kelsey, I gave her a rhino. Was that a totem for you or was it a messenger? They come up quite a bit as a messenger, and they've come up a lot of recently as messengers. Another one that's come up a lot recently as a messenger is a crocodile. No, alligator. It was an alligator. I think it was several times in one day. So that energy is something that we're all experiencing. Okay. Well, your dog Elfie could be your guide in this lifetime, but you're going to have another guide other than Elfie. I would feel almost 99.9% confident stating that. 100%. My guides just said 100%. Aaron, Carrie, I would look up walrus as a spirit messenger or a spirit totem for you. Animal totem. Walrus. Aaron, Carrie, Blackwell. Carol Jarrett, do we get to choose or refuse if we come back to Earth? Well, you as a human aren't choosing, your soul is choosing. So your soul will most likely opt to come back, especially if you've created karma. And if you're here, there's a good chance you've got karma. And karma is neither good or bad. Rochelle Robinette, meditate. You can meditate, or you guys all do a class, and I'll post it on my website, or I'll do it on my website, but I'll also post it on my Facebook page when I get that put together. I try to do one every couple of months. Oh, I'm going to read this because I asked Mary to share this. Hold on. So it was So Mary is having a dream and she wanted to know what it might mean for her. And she says it was a lot, but basically her mom was showing her something that she thinks represented her accident, and then related that to my brothers together with their spouses and partners, me trying to handle the aftermath of her accident, protecting her from those she didn't want to see. So she's pulling you to the accident, and then she pulled you to her brothers, your brothers to her sons and their spouses. So that sounds to me like you took the brunt of having to take care of her after she had her accident. Is that correct? Sandy, I don't think so. Sandy Zick is asking if this is her last life. I don't think it is, honey. Michelle Holloman, I'm an identical twin. Would my twin have the same totem? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because you're still too different. You're still two different people. Kimberly gets unicorns. Hey, those are pretty magical too. Karen Bennett, I have a journalist interviewing me tomorrow about my amazing signs after my husband passed. Will it go well? Of course it will. Have faith. I've asked my hubby, guides and angels to assist. Congratulations. Well, congratulations, but at the same time, please accept my deepest condolences for your loss. Trust. It will go well. People, the thing is, what I hope for you to remember is people need to know that they're receiving signs, and the more all of us can share the things we see and experience, the more it also raises our vibrations. So I think you're doing a beautiful thing by allowing yourself to be interviewed. You trust. You trust. Can you have more than one totem? I don't think you can have more than one totem. Um, I don't necessarily think I'm the source on that, but in what I've seen in my experiences, we have the one totem and then we have messengers. But like I said, I also work with owls and wolves. Those are huge. So I work with three. But how I operate is the rhino. And these are great freaking questions, you guys. Rochelle, I've got some people I'm struggling to send positive, loving energy to. I'd rather send that alligator after that mean girl. So, and you know this. I know you know this, Rochelle. But what we send out, we get back. That's why I'm always telling people, even if you can't stand somebody, send them love. They need it. Even if they're mean to you. I've had to send love to some people, but I also know they're human. They're a soul. And if they're hurting you, they're hurt, and that deserves our love. Okay, and I don't care if that pisses you off. That it's seriously what we send out is what we get back. Okay, and in this situation, ignorance is not bliss. Just because you don't know it doesn't mean it doesn't affect you. And now you do know it, so now you know that it's affecting you. So now you can make sure you send love to them. Okay, because what you put out adds to the melting pot. We're all connected, believe it or not. We're all connected, and what we put out, we get back. So we want to be very aware of what we're putting out, unless you want it back. And if you don't mind dealing with crap, be my guest. But I'm telling you, it will be in your best interest. Just send love. That doesn't mean you are okay with their behavior either. I'm just going to put that out there also. You don't have to condone it. Oh, Jesus. Shelly and I'm pretty sure I actually had a hyena come up for somebody a couple days ago. So Mary is saying yes. Mary, I'm so sorry because I don't remember what you were saying yes to. You had to take care of everything. Oh, I do remember what you're saying yes to. You had to take care of everything with your mom's situation. Okay, so that in that dream, I think to me that feels like she's validating that she knows what you went through for her. Candace is having a Holy Mary dream. That's a lack of control. That is a complete lack of control. Do you feel like you don't have control over yourself? I'm going to ask your guides to show me a mantra for you. This is for Candace Wade. I'm going to utilize a deck for you. My what deck is this? My essential oil deck. So for Candace Wade, what mantra can she say, please, to help her with her current situation? Candace Wade, Candace Wade. All right. So, interestingly, the card that comes up for you is inspiring. And the statement, the true statement is, I create my day, I create my life. To me, that's again about taking your power back. It's about feeling powerless. Take your power back. Here, I want you to write this down. I create my day, I create my life. And then the next one that comes up for you is monthly. Apparently, that is an essential oil. This is the deck that I'm using. It's kind of fun. And it says, my heart is open. It's about keeping your heart open. Okay. It's been a while, you guys. I think I am about ready to close. So I am just going to check a few more here. And my nose is itching like crazy. So I am going to answer this for Sandy. Sandy is saying because she's an old soul, she thought that was indicative of last life. Each phase of our journey can take hundreds of lifetimes. Oh. So I know I've been around a lot. So I hope so. Sandy asks if my itchy nose indicates I will receive unexpected money. I would not say no to that. Usually it's when the palm itches, the right palm is, or no, it's the left palm is receiving. No. Shit. No, it's the left palm is receiving. God, apparently I'm getting tired. But it could be somebody who has allergies in my energy also that's kind of hanging back a little bit. Candace says she's heard to take her power back. Well, sweetheart, it is time. Do it. It is time. Step away from the wall. Stop allowing others to lead you around. Take your power back. You deserve it. You deserve it. Okay, you guys, I am going to close because my nose is driving me nuts and I need to go. I'm out of tissue. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to chat with you. Thank you for playing the games. I do this for a living, you guys, and I would love to have an opportunity to connect with you. You can book through my website at any time. If you go to the melissahenyon.com, it's right where, right there. You go to melissahenyon.com, and then you click on schedule now, and then the session types I offer are there. Once you click on them, it brings up my availability, and then it just walks you through the process from there. Okay. Sandy says, my palm is an indication of money. Yes. I think it's nose. I'm okay with that. If my nose is saying I'm getting money, I'm going to just itch the bejesus out of it now. Okay. You guys have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had fun with those games. Let me know. Maybe we'll do it again next time. And I'm hoping more too. Maybe next week we'll do more I'm learning how to use this program so I can bring people on screen with me and do readings that way. So I might do a little more one-on-one time next week. So keep that in mind. I'll try to do it at the same time Wednesday at 5. We'll go back to live at 5 as much as I can. Okay, have a good one.